8 best of 5s are going to be to figure out who are going to be our 8 finalists in Toronto.
Cannot wait. Dimaga's in a lot of trouble, Kev. He's down 0-2 against Ganzi. Not an enviable spot to be in. Ganzi has some really vicious TVZ, and we saw how effective he can be with just a single bunker. That was really tough. And mentally, Dimaga's going to be pretty shaken here.
Yeah, I think today, Ben, I'm just not here thinking about these games. But Dima, what are they going to do? It's pretty quick.
13 hitch?
No, he doesn't have any money. He's just going to scout with the drone. I do agree. Dimaga's going to hate life probably. I'm sure that he trained hard for these games. He probably knew that he was going to face Ganzi for a little while already. He's trying to put the pieces together, probably try to start the replays as Dimaga always does it. We spoke a lot with him in the past at tournaments like the Into Extreme Masters Global Challenges back then in China, and I believe the one in Gamescom as well, he was there. And Dimaga is a guy, as soon as he knows his group, he starts watching replays. So I'm sure that if he knows he plays Ganzi in the playoffs, he starts watching replays. And then out of all the things, to die against something as silly as he died on Belshire Beach, that can't feel right.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, Dimaga is a really good player, and he knows that on Ohana, he had about as close to a build order win as he could have hoped for. There was no Marauder anywhere. There were only 2 Hellions out. The bunker was in a really awkward position. There were 10 roaches. I mean, Dimaga, he should have won that game, and to be in a position like that and to not win, that has to just be so disheartening.
And look at this, Ben. Ganzi is actually really switching it up. Going command center first, followed up by the Rex, and Dimaga did not scout it yet. He sent the drone around, he tried to send it over here, and he still couldn't find anything. So now he's probably gonna try to desperately find the Rexes, even though he's still making drones. So I don't think he's super worried, but you have to feel at least a little bit paranoid right now.
Now, of course, he can only make drones. His spawning pool's not done yet, and really, when you're dealing with cheese, like if he's preparing for cheese, you want to have as many drones out as possible, just so that you have bodies and so that you have something. Spawning pool will finish. Dimaga's still so in the dark, and he's not actually scouting around for things. Okay, now he is. Right, sends out a drone. And he's going to see no racks there, so sooner or later he's going to piece it together that it was CC first. And actually this Overlord poked in and saw an SCV coming out, so what is that going to tell him? I guess nothing.
That Ganzi finally wants to scout as well.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what's going on. Ganzi going for the most economic Terran opening possible, which is remarkable considering how he played the previous 2 games. Oh well, first game was kind of standard. Second game was of course quite a bit different. I don't think it's going to throw Dimaga off all too much. He probably knows how to handle CC first, probably a strat he played 1,000 times against.
Yep, Dimaga does go ahead and make just that 4 settlings, then goes right back into droning. So at this point he has to know exactly what's up. And
what are the things you do, man, when you scout CC first?
Take a fast third base. A really fast third base, because like it's, believe it or not, CC first is one of the hardest things to punish when you go hatch first, because Terran kind of has time to prepare. So the best thing you can do, in my opinion, is to get that third base economy going as quickly as you possibly can. We'll see that Ganzi's going to have very little options in terms of pressuring this. He can make some Hellions, and it looks like he's going to. He's got the reactor, he's got the factory. But in terms of having an actual meaty ground army, it's going to be 4 or 5 minutes before Dimaga's going to have to really worry about anything.
So would you say, Ben, you punish his economy with even better economy of yourself?
Yeah, man.
But what would you do if you go CC first into another CC?
I would get a really fast hive and make broodlords.
Ah, okay.
Probably while taking a 4th base.
Oh, go on, man. 1 sec.
Third base is going to go ahead and go down for Dimaga. He realizes exactly what he's playing against. His Overlord has scouted it, sees that second orbital. Ganzi right now, if we look at the units tab, only has 2 Marines. There is just nothing out. He's going to go ahead and make Hellions off of this reactored factory, and with that he'll be able to take some map control, do some scouting, try and harass. You know, but as long as Dimaga's smart, he should be pretty okay here. I like the way that he's transitioning into his mid-game.
Sorry, Ben, for that, but my contact lenses suddenly fell out of my eye. So I'm half blind right now, but that's okay. That's we can handle with that after everything we've been through today. We will be able to handle that.
All good, man.
Dimaga has a small worker lead, if I see that correctly. Is that 43, Ben? Yes, it is 43.
Great thing about eyes is that you've got 2 of them.
Yes, that is right. But I must say, if one is very blurry and the other one is sharp, then you still see blurry.
You just need to pluck it out so that you can only see from the good eye.
Yeah. I'll try to do that. A little bit of Hellion res over here on the south side of Odyssey. He's going to spot a Dimaga indeed. Went for quick 3 bases. Starport is on the way already. Stim is halfway done. These two slow queens are making their way over, and Dimaga is going to be just fine. This is not the only hatches in production. We see this macro hatch in the main base for Dimaga as well, and that's kind of crazy.
Ganzi's going to run past, and there's only 2 queens here. These Hellions are definitely going to get worker kills immediately. Dimaga reacts. He's going to pull some drones off the line, try to fight a little bit. Not a terrible place to fight, as he will corner these Hellions. And
he didn't really have to chase. Now he lost quite a few drones. More Hellions streaming in for Ganzi. Pretty crucial. Oh, all of these drones are kind of grouped up here.
Ganzi really making the most of this. Gets another good round of shots off. 14 drones down, and these 4 Hellions, MVPs, you have to block your ramp in situations like this. And Dimaga really being punished for not doing so. Lings finally are out and will chase these Hellions around, but Ganzi is continuing to control so well.
God, Ganzi killed so many units. Killed 25 units in this push, of which 17 were drones, and he's still not done.
Still alive. He's going to come down, get a couple more drone kills. Wow, beautiful control by Ganzi, keeping them lined up. And just roast one final drone. The final count, 21 workers killed. Dimaga on 40 drones. Ganzi on 41 SCVs. And there's no third command center, Kev. It's upgrades and bio and medevacs.
And Ganzi is going to follow this up with a really quick bio push. And he knows that Zergs, after situations like this, the only thing they really want to do, man, is just get as many drones out again as soon as possible. Okay, I lost a lot of drones. That's okay. I have 4 hatches. I'll be able to bounce back. But if Dimaga would have made drones right now, which fortunately for MTW Dimaga, he is not, he would have been in a world of trouble. Well, Baning, that's only halfway done. He's going to have to do it with Zergling only, man.
Still going to be tough. More units popping out for Dimaga right now. Medevacs, Marines, Marauders, and Stim is a deadly combination. But Dimaga looks like it might just barely muster enough units to force Ganzi back.
It's so good that Dimaga made Zerglings in this situation instead of something else. He does have that overload over here, so I guess he saw that.
And he also had control of the Zelnaga tower. Very critical that he had that Zergling on that tower. Saw that push the whole way from the time it left the base to the time that it was on Dimaga's side of the map. And that's what allowed him to muster a defense. And now he's able to get back to droning, but he is behind Kev, 48 drones to 49 SCVs.
Yeah, but he has 4 hatches, so I think the moment he starts feeling safe, he's supply blocked right now. He just 2 overloads just popped. Never mind. I think the moment that Dimaga feels safe, he will be able to get a healthy drone lead again. I don't think that's too unlikely, because he has the amount of queens, he has the amount of hatcheries for that.
Layer starting up. It's a very late layer, 11 minutes.
Yes.
Ganzi is again going to poke down.
First queen is going to fall straight away. We have a couple of...
Saves the queen. All right, and the Lings are going to engage. This is an okay engagement for Dimaga. Ganzi spreading out and splitting out.
Beautiful job there by Dimaga. Surrounding all these Zerglings. He's actually going to be able to pick quite a...
Are you serious right now? Ganzi saves all but 1 Marauder. And that was a good job on both ends. Great control by Dimaga. Beautiful control by Ganzi, vacating with those units in time. He was playing some excellent StarCraft.
Dimaga has 6 queens. Red star right now.
Pretty good style.
First armor upgrade is on the way. Never really started his attack upgrade. He's kind of low on gas. Hasn't been mining gas. Now he finally has some drones in his main base as well. And I guess this is the moment when Ganzi is going to try to drop the main base. Dimaga is right on top of this though, and he's going to be able to deal with this without too many problems.
Yep, and Dimaga doing kind of what we know him for. He's getting upgrades. He's getting layer. He's at the Baneling nest. I think we might see more of that 2-2 Baneling's like aggression that he tried to do on Ohana and was almost so successful with. Layer's now done. Will he get Baneling speed right away? I think he probably will. No, he's going to get Burrow. All right, that's kind of smart too. He's still in an awkward position, and behind. You know, it's 3 base to 3 base, and he's down in workers, so he needs a comeback unit. And if Zerg has comeback units, they are infestors, and they are burrowed banelings. It's basically the way that Zerg can be the most cost-effective possible, by burrowing banelings in good places, getting big detonations, and by catching big fungals and killing lots of marines. So Dimaga's going to go with the burrow and see if he can come back that way.
Look at this medevac, man. If you're on this ship, I'd be worried about my life.
And I would just go south.
I would just jump into eternity. How cool would that be?
Yeah, no, seriously, I would just go south. You see that planet with the rings down there? That's where I would be headed. It looks like a pretty place.
This one?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, why not? Zzz. That's why I would jump.
To hell with this war stuff, man.
Ganzi is making his way over to the other side of the map once more. Does Dimaga have baning speed already, Ben? I was kind of wondering about that.
No, he skipped it.
Ooh, he skipped it. He's gonna be forced to cancel this hatch, that's for sure. Army supply still heavily in favor of Ganzi, and he has a good mix as well. He has 3 siege tanks, already has 1 tank sieged up. Dimaga is really gonna have to pull a rabbit out of his hat.
Yes, he is, and Ganzi's got a great position to make this push from.
Transfuse, beautiful job so far by Dimaga. Dimaga's gonna stream in with a lot of banelings,
not
but
bad. Can't go over that ramp, but he does deal with the initial push from
I feel
Ganzi.
that Ganzi kind of wanted something like that to happen. Look at these two
I guess he
greens.
just wanted to have Dimaga spin those banelings so that he could push in with the rest of this bio, preemptively splitting those Marines. Very intelligent play from Ganzi. Dimaga says, all right, can't hold this, abandon ship, back up.
Gonna try to counter at the third base over here. We do have a bunker, but that's about it. But there's quite a little bit of a squad over here for Ganzi, which hasn't been rallied across the map. Sort of a backup squad, and Ganzi's just doing everything right. Ganzi's playing pretty much flawless StarCraft. He gets ahead, and then he never gives away the lead.
Yeah, would like to see Dimaga burrowing banelings here and there so that he can try to catch
roll
units.
these banelings in, but Ganzi is paying attention. Dimaga calls GG. Ganzi wins the pretty one-sided series, but nevertheless a super important series for him, as Ganzi is going to advance to our final 16 as well, Ben.
Yeah, very well played there by Ganzi. Unfortunate for Dimaga. Really sad to see him out of the tournament. But
we had 4 amazing best of 5s, and I would say the last one was the most one-sided one. And I didn't expect that, because I know Ganzi is a great Terran player. I've seen him play a lot. I've seen him back then in the IPL as well, where he was doing great. But
I was with you, man. Maybe
I really thought that Dimaga would have been able to put up a good fight.
Maybe it's those biases that we sometimes hold for our friends. But Dima goes down fighting, but he goes down nonetheless, and it'll be Ganzi that advances into the top 16. Guys, stay here. We've got the graphic for the top 16. We know exactly how the playoffs are going to play out.
I don't know it.
We're going to share it
People
with
know
you
it,
right
Ben.
now. Here it is, guys. Puzzle versus TT1, the Muslim versus Rhett, Alicia versus Sin. That will be an awesome game. Huck versus Ganzi. That's also a very interesting match.
They
Puma
played earlier
versus
this
Alive.
season, right? Or was it Huck against Ryung? Never mind. Go on, Ben.
Puma versus Alive. MC versus Galaxy, the player that came out of the open bracket to beat Hasuabs. Stefano Beastie, the player that came out of the bracket to win against Moro.
Whoa.
And then Hero versus Ryung there on the bottom. These are our top 16 players for Season 3 of the North American Star League. We'll see half these games tomorrow. That means Puzzle TT1, the Muslim Ret, Alicia Sin. Actually, that's not right. I don't know which 4 games are going to be played tomorrow, but 4 games are... Oh, we have the graphics, so let's just show it. Tomorrow's games are going to be Puzzle versus TT1, Sin versus Alicia, Galaxy versus MC, and Beastie versus Stefano. Man, I wish I was casting tomorrow.
How typical that all the Protoss players play tomorrow.
All the Zerg players play tomorrow too, man. We're going to get PVT.
We're going to get PVT. No, we're going to get TVTs, man. I don't know what we're going to get. Anyways, the final 16 look absolutely amazing. I want to take another... Yeah, never mind. I don't want to take another look at it. Now, of course, we will post the brackets as well on NASL TV. Ben, now my other eye is going to mess up too. We've been casting for too long. I'm blind.
Kev's bleary-eyed from watching too much StarCraft. Guys, we're out of here. It's been a great day. Hope you enjoyed the games. We'll see you tomorrow with our first round of playoff action from the North American Star League. Peace!
And Ben, you're forgetting something that you always have to do. We're not done yet.
Damn
you
it.
have to thank all these sponsors.
That was my sign-off, man.
Yeah, I know. But Ben, some things you just have to do, even after a long day like this.
I'm out.
You're out? All right, guys. So for last and not least, I would like to thank the sponsors. Now I'm going to have to read something while I'm half blind, actually full blind. But first of all, thanks to Epson. Epson is the #1 projector brand worldwide. They offer a full line of bright projectors with brilliant image quality. Visit www.epson.com/projectors for details. Secondly, I would like to thank AZO. AZO monitors provide the best in gaming and production monitor technology. Check them out as well at www.azo.com/na/ for more information. And of course, Kingston HyperX. Thanks to Kingston HyperX and their fantastic line of memory and SSDs for sponsoring the NASL Season 3. Guys, if you haven't... if you're not bored yet of checking out the other websites, make sure to check them out as well on www.kingston.com/us/memory/hyperx. And then, of course, GameMinder, Ben's favorite app for his smartphone. I don't have a smartphone. Once upon a time, or in the far future, I will get a smartphone. And the first app I will get is going to be GameMinder, or maybe some other app. But nah, I think I'll go for GameMinder. You're here, read about a game that sounds cool. Maybe it's just a tech demo or more than a year from the release, but you don't want to miss it. Just find the game in GameMinder, set a reminder, and when it's time to pre-order or play, the app lets you know. Free for gamers of all platforms. Download the app at the App Store or at www.handleabroad.com/products. That's GameMinder. Yes, I'm sure that you guys understood that. And last but not least, I would like to thank iBuyPower. Thanks to iBuyPower for the system that power our broadcasts each and every day. You can check them out as well on iBuyPower.com, and you can buy beautiful cases with with dragons on top of them. And of course, thanks to Twitch TV for providing the stream that we have. Ben abandoned me, but it doesn't matter. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. I'm gone. I'm empty. Make sure to check out the playoffs tomorrow as well. It's going to be awesome. Froden and Andre will be back again. It's going to be great. Thank you guys. Have a good night.